Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Feed with Fee. I'm your girl, Feelin Soleil. So happy to be here. I want to wish you guys all a happy Wednesday. I hope that you are going out and enjoying the weather wherever that is for you. Let us know in the comments what else you guys are looking forward to. What are things that you were excited to hear about FSK? But I am so happy to bring all these wonderful news and updates to you so you know what's going on here in Freestyle Comics. Just an update. I know we had a wonderful marathon that we had last Sunday, which was great. I was unfortunately able to make that. I knew I wanted to go, but we were on the road coming back from Richmond, Virginia for GalaxyCon Richmond, which was an amazing show that we just had this weekend that we'll kind of touch base and talk about on the updates for there. Another great thing that we have an amazing partnership with Humble Bundle. So for those of you who do not know about Humble Bundle is where you can get various packages, whether it be type of editors, excuse me, type of editors or a type of music production type of equipment or anything with games. We have a bunch of great big deals for games and discounts with that. So if you have an opportunity, please scan this QR code right here. Let me see if I can zoom on it a little bit more. Make sure you get in on the action for this awesome code and opportunity right here. That is how you can get in on all the latest and wonderful things here with us, with the Agents of Geekdom. We also have a wonderful partnership that started February 19th with Clip Paint. So if you would like to get into the drawing program, if you would like to be able to have up to 6 months free on us, definitely let us know. Ooh, tickle right there. But make sure you scan the QR code here to make sure that you're get part of that action. So instead of a week, you actually get a chance to get up to 6 months free on us. How cool is that? Think of all the wonderful things that you could be able to create in 6 months. So definitely make sure you put it into your social medias. Make sure you tag us. Let us know if you were using this partnership, if you're using this opportunity or this deal, to make sure you use all of the things that you have there with us as well. I think that would be a great opportunity to hear from you and see what other things or projects that you're working on that you're trying to create, and how did Clip Studio Paint help you. So we want to thank Humble Bundle, but we also want to thank Clip Studio Paint as well for the opportunity to have this collaboration with us. So just like I said, we just had Awesome Con, not this past week, but the week before. We just had GalaxyCon Richmond this past weekend. And then later on here for Summer Madness, we're going to have Blurred Con, which is going to be absolutely incredible. It's going to be in the DMV area, which is, of course, known for it. It is so great. It's so amazing. It has been a couple of years since Freestyle Comics has made an appearance at Blurred Con. But for this year, we are going to be back, and better than ever, we're going to be there to see all of the wonderful sites, the wonderful cosplays, wonderful connections, and everything that is part of Blurred Con. So I'm solely excited about that because I run into a lot of my favorite cosplayers there, and I'm so thrilled and excited to be there with everyone. Let me know in the comments if you guys have ever been to this show, but I am so excited to just have an opportunity to be there. It's just absolutely incredible. It's just a vibe like no other. And can't wait to tell you guys more of an official list of all of the things there. But since we have that on our main page, I can definitely put that up for you. But I'll do that after to show you all the other shows and things that we have coming up in the future. We do have a couple casting calls, so I thought this was a really cool one. We have one for Han Guru, who is going to be basically the character for Ad-Lib. I think this is a pretty cool casting call. Shout out to whoever decided to pick this actor. I think she would make an amazing ad-lib. It would be great to see a lot of our characters come to life that way. And if she had an opportunity, that would be amazing to see as well. Let me know if you think this was a great casting call, or you find anyone else that you would think that would fit this role. Please let us know. Let us know the character so we can pull up the picture. And maybe one day, if you guys let me know enough characters or actors who could portray specific characters, I'll be more than happy to pull those up so we can kind of review them together. I think that would be a great and fun opportunity to check out too, because I do like hearing from you guys. If you have certain people who may be fit for a certain character, I love to see which ones you guys pick. Another casting call that we have for Maria, we have Tessa Thompson. So with this one, I think this is a great pick. It would be really fun to see her come to life with Tessa and how she portrays her character. She's really good at just kind of nailing those characters and those supportive roles. So I'd be really excited to see how she steps in as Maria. If you agree, let me know as well. And if you see anyone else who could probably be able to portray Maria, you let us know as well, because I would love to see your thoughts on that too. So we have some new FSK merch. As you can see, we have the awesome jacket. So I've seen this one. Mike has worn and rocked this jacket many times. The nice wraparound of the FSK characters going and being called to action. Absolutely love it. Love how they do this style. We can have some nice classic kicks with it. It is a really cool, just kind of down to earth style. If that is your thing, definitely go to FSK to see our merch. You can go on our Facebook page. You can go to our website and you can be able to check out the merch there. We also have these cool sweatpants for Hot Shot, where we have a nice little picture up top near the hip, and then we have some more designs that are laid down at the bottom near the ankle. So I do like that. Pair that up with either a nice white hoodie to go to it, or you have a Hot Shot hoodie up top to kind of bring out the color. I like how you could kind of switch up this a lot and see how you would style this. So I'm curious to know, how would you style this piece right here? But more or less, make sure you get on our page so you can see all the wonderful merch and everything that we have when it comes to the latest styles that drop there. So for this week, when it comes to the women at FSK, I am honored to be one of the people that were celebrated for this month, for Women's History Month. It is an honor and pleasure to be here, to work with you, to talk with you all, and tell you all the wonderful things that FSK is doing. So Fee Soleil is here, where he says, a Vigilance cosplayer and FSK brand liaison. It's really a great opportunity just to be able to talk about freestyle comics and talk about how amazing they are when it comes to representation. And it's such an honor to work amongst the amazing women who have come here to contribute their gifts, their talent, and just their stories and how it kind of comes to life. So I'm very honored to be amongst everyone, amongst all the women here who have done such amazing things here at Freestyle Comics. I think it's really cool because another person that is here that we'll be honoring, that will be showing up later as well, is the writer of the character that I cosplay. I haven't had a chance to meet her in person, but I absolutely love her just because her depiction and her interpretation of this hero has been so amazing. And I think that's what makes it so easy to cosplay, because I don't know, I don't know. I don't know why my voice is doing this to me. I just love everything about the character. I love everything about Vigilance. And as the years have gone on, I just grow to love her more. And so I just have to thank Stephanie for that, because, if it wasn't for Stephanie, I wouldn't have this character's development. I wouldn't have the I don't know, the depth and the feeling that I do appreciate so much when it comes to her and her storyline. So thank you so much, Stephanie. You are the next person. But thank you also just for acknowledging and, allowing me to have a spot here with FSK so I can be able to share and tell you more about all the great things that we're doing here. So like I said, for Stephanie, she is the writer of Vigilance comic series. She also is the writer of Rocket Ink Studios. There we go. Engineer and sound editor at Podcast Nation, as well as the editor in chief of Scapegoat Press. Sorry, there is a glare on my screen. I had to get up and personal with you guys, but hopefully it was just on the small screen, so it wasn't too bad. But just like I said, shout out to you, Stephanie, for being an amazing woman here at FSK who does so many wonderful things. You contribute to Vigilance. I automatically love you. I thank you for everything. You're truly incredible. And I didn't even know all of this, where you was like an engineer and sound editor. I thought that's really cool. I mean, it just adds on to your coolness. There's so many cool things about you that I didn't even know. So I'm really excited. I'm really glad to work with you. and by association, not necessarily like we worked in the same room together, but I'm really thrilled to see all the wonderful things that you are doing and continue to support you in all of your endeavors. Thank you so much for being part of FSK and making one of my favorite characters so amazing by the work and talents that you possess. So thank you so much, Stephanie Maynard, for everything that you do. We appreciate you ever so much here at FSK. So I want to let you guys know we do have a Patreon. So speaking of wonderful stories and things that kind of get you so passionate and going when it comes to wonderful things here at FSK, if you want a physical book in your hand once a month, that can happen. So if you were able to pay $10 a month, you can get a physical copy delivered right to your door with a nice bookmark and sticker and cute little package that we actually surprise you with. You can get all of the wonderful books in our library. We have over 42 in our collection. We have over 14 titles. We have a beautiful array of options of wonderful stories and all the logical, just story goodness that your heart desires, just wonderful content. So if you want to get part of that, if you want to be part of our Patreon, I will make sure to put a link there in the description. You check it out and become a Patreon with us today. We would really appreciate your support. We would just be so thrilled just to have you here. So just let us know, the longer you are on our subscription service, the more cool things you get. I can tell you one thing when it comes to the quality of our merch. It is one thing, we're just designing things after thing after thing after thing. And the longer that you're here, you're going to get a lot of those cool things. I mean, of course, if you stay up for a year, you're going to get a cool thing like a hat or something. You stay for 2, you're going to get a bomber jacket. Just imagine all the things that you can get with behind the scenes detail and content just for being an amazing member of our Patreon. So thank you. And also special shout out to those who are in our FSK Now page. If anything, there is an opportunity that you can go over here to our Patreon. There's a special thing there for you, but we are working on that diligently with you. So if anything, please let us know. Anyone who's FSK Now, loud and proud, let us know. Come over to the Patreon and make your presence known. So we would love to see you there. But I know there's other things that we have that I will also be working on in projects. So this is going to be an exciting one. I'm definitely focused and working on the FSK Now page. So if you are not aware about the FSK Now page, this exclusive page for people who want to know all the ins and outs of all things FSK. If you are there, definitely, we are transitioning to our Patreon page. Definitely make sure that you are there to get all the behind the scenes content. So we are fully working and expanding on that process to make sure that you guys get all the little bitty details, all the little bitty details of that, because we want you to be there for the step-by-step process, because we know there's some people who truly appreciate that. And so we appreciate you. We want to make sure that you have that opportunity if that's something that you want. So I think we are done with updating that. The 2 shows, that's right, I just remembered. Cosplaying someone who has amnesia for a couple of years, it does something to you, I'll be honest with you. But with that being said, we do have a incredible event list. If I can pull that up. Oh yes, here, I'll just share my screen so you can see it. So you don't think I'm just talking to myself. There we go. Nope. There it is. So thank you for bearing with me there. Okay, now we got this up. Perfect. We're here. And then if I can get that there without the glare, we have our posts, we have our photos, we have our live events. So our biggest one was there with us accomplishing our Clip Studio Paint partnership. But there's some other things here that we also are happy to add. Oh, silly me. Marketplace, groups, gaming, no. And make sure we go to events. There we go. The glare on the screen is kicking my butt for some reason. Okay, so here we are. We have a lot of updates to come. So right now we have Tony going for Free Comic Book Day, but we also have Urban Nerd Con that's going to be in Atlanta and from April 26th to 28th. But we also have Fan Expo from April 12th to the 14th. We're going to be at Fan Expo Cleveland. So that is technically our next show that we are going to be at Fan Expo Cleveland. Urban Nerd Con will be next from April 26th to the 28th. And then April, May, June. So we have a month off except for Free Comic Book Day that Tony Clapper is going to be at. Then we're going to be at Brooklyn Comic Con in Brooklyn, New York, which is going to be exciting. When we have Tony the Clapback Kid, who's going to be at a couple of shows in June when it comes to Jim and Dan's Comics, as well as Anime Ohio, which is going to be June 21st to the 23rd. Then in July, we'll be at Blurred Con, like I was saying. And then in July, that weekend after, we're going to be at FSK's Anime Columbus. So that will be another fun opportunity to be there. Then there's Gym City Comic Con. That will be that same weekend. That's when we have the overlaps where Tony will going to be there. And then all the way, so we skip August and then we go into September where we're going to have FSK at Middletown's Comic Expo. So we do have a couple more shows that are coming up. Tony is going to be at Jim and Dan's Comics again in September, as well as in October. We have from October 18th to the 20th, we're going to have Tony Clapper, the Clapback Kid, at Cincinnati Comic Expo. So that's going to be a fun series of events. And already in November, it's so crazy to talk about November. I don't know, even though it's just March. November is going to be our 7th annual FSCon. And that is going to be November 2nd to November 3rd. And then, of course, wrapping up the year, we have FSK at GalaxyCon Columbus, which is a classic wrap up for the end of the year. And then Tony will be finishing up his last event on Sunday at Jim and Dan's Comics. So, I mean, that's a good list. As you can see, I know I kind of struggled myself with trying to find that. But if you do go to our page, you click more and you go to events. That's usually where you're going to be able to find all the events that we're going to this year. I really appreciate your time being here. If you have any questions about navigation of our FSK page, or if anyone has any questions when it comes to people who are part of our FSK Now page, you can always just let me know down in the comments. I'll be more than happy to respond to you because I am more about your experience when it comes to learning about all the latest updates and things here at Freestyle Comics. I'll be more than happy to come and support and answer your questions and also direct you in the proper place if there is anything that you need in particular. So thank you so much for your time. I think that's going to do it for me. I always appreciate your support. I love, and thank you guys for always showing up for me here on Wednesdays at 2:30 Eastern Time. But until next time, I will see you next week. And then for later, peace.